We are back again on DCS and trying this instrument only landing, which is it's very taxing, very difficult. I haven't cracked it yet. I've made it to the runway a couple of times, but I haven't been established and it's been awful. So we'll give it another go. I've noticed that this mission, it's got a really bad crosswind. It keeps pushing you to the right. And if you don't pick it up in time, you end up chasing the needles and zigzagging all over the place. So I'm going to try and prevent.
Bingo! Bingo!
So we're 30 miles from Tbilisi, bingo fuel £2,000. Let's drop the throttle right back. 5 degrees nose down. Get some left trim going to offset the crosswind. Alright, let's set up the TACAN ILS. If I can get my mouse. Oh, it was there a minute ago. There it is. So TACAN ILS, TACAN set on receive at the moment. We need to do dobber right to make it TR transmit receive. It's 25x. We don't have to put the X in, it's already there. Down dobber again to put the channel there, ILS frequency in 11030. We just put 5 numbers in, don't have to put a decimal point or anything. And the course of 122 magnetic. Alright, that's that set up. We've got to set up the TACAN now in the CDI. That's ILS, that's TACAN. And we've got to set this to 122. There we go, 122. So you see there we are 36 miles. The heading's off to our right, so we're on a left offset. And that middle line you can see there, that blue line, that represents the runway. If you was to get an imaginary line and draw it along the runway heading all the way out, 36 miles, that's where it would be. So I like to have the arrow, the blue arrow on the outer dial, roughly in the 2 o'clock position. Alright, so if you're looking at the CDI, we're on a left offset, we're currently on the course of 050, the heading we want is 122. Let me turn these damn Morse codes off. Well, I'll turn it off for the TACAN, I can't turn it off for ILS because it will turn it off, but I can turn it down so it's not so damn annoying. Alright, 32 miles. Plenty of time, we're down to just over 300 knots. You see it's quite mountainous here, so better level off a bit here. Don't want to be hitting no mountains. So we're just going to keep an eye on this middle blue line now, that's the gig here. And that's going to start dropping down. And basically I want that middle blue line to join up with the other line, with the arrow on the end and the other bit on the 30 of the compass, and that will make a single line. Then you know you're lined up on 122 and you're also on the runway radial as well. I mean, the great thing about TACAN, it's got good range on it. ILS only has about 12 miles, so there's no point me switching to ILS now because I'm nowhere near the glide slope to pick it up. So the TACAN does me the job of getting me in roughly in the right heading and line. It's about 12 miles, then I'll switch over to ILS. There's the blue line starting to come down now, so just make a right hand turn. I want it all to line up. As long as I'm on a left offset, that blue line will continue going left to right. So if I want to slow up the rate that it does that, then I just go level for a bit straight ahead, and that blue line will continue to drop. Better watch the terrain here. Now the further I am on the left offset, the faster the line will go down. It's nearly there now. I'll just start making a slow left turn. By the time I get there, it should be straight. There we go. So I'm on a heading of 122. The runway's extended out, so I should be in a pretty good position here. We're 18 miles, so we can get it down to about 3,000 terrain permitting. Just keep the speed up to about 300 for now. Just need to make a little bit of a light left offset here because that middle line's just crept out again on me a little bit. We're 14 miles, so we can't switch over yet. If you switch over too soon, you just get a broken horizontal line on it. Oh, I've got that lined up again nicely. We're 12 miles, so we can probably drop our speed down a bit now. Need to get some... Let's switch over to ILS with 12 miles. Alright, so you can see both bars are solid. And the one I'm really trusting at the moment is the horizontal one for my height. So you can see that I really need to get down. Making a little bit of a left offset as well because the vertical arrow is telling me to turn left, but I tried that before and I ended up just chasing the
altitude.
Right, 9 miles we're at now, so let's follow the horizontal line. That's the one I'm trusting, and that vertical ILS needle should start coming round to the right and get me on the right setting. That's the plan anyway. So I'm not using the TACAN anymore, it's purely why has it gone back to TACAN? There we go. I'm not on a heading of 122 because I found this was the problem before. I'm going to wait until that vertical arrow starts moving to the right and then I'm going to try and intercept it. Right, let's get the gear down. See, that line started to move now, so...
Warning, 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 warning.
That was just a warning, configuration warning for me. Right, I'm on setting of 122. That's looking pretty good. See, this wind keeps pushing me off. See, that wind's pushed right over to 129. That's how annoying it is. They've gone back to make another left offset and hopefully pick it up again. We're 2 miles at the moment, so... Well, there's my 122 heading. We're in at 300 feet, so... Oh dear. That was about as bad as it can get. But I managed to find the runway. Somehow quite amazing. Well, that was something. I've got to admit that was probably more hit and miss, but... Wow, look at that. Let's celebrate it. Amazing. The visibility is terrible. There's a serious crosswind component in this landing. I mean, my jet's wanting to go to the right at the moment, and the pedals are okay, rudder pedals are fine. Well, I'm going to take that as a success. I just couldn't see the runway in time to really set up the landing the way I wanted to. That's the challenge of it, I guess. Because you're concentrating on setting the jet up for landing, which is fiddly, and also finding the runway, which is even more fiddly. So our fuel's very low, but we made it down. Hooray!